The Dream Center is open Monday through Friday, and they're here to serve anyone who's in need of a hot meal. Are we missing talent because we're just so focused on who's the prettiest WNBA player instead of who's the most skilled? Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, CSUN, like many other schools, moved to virtual classes. Valley View News will show you some of our favorite stories from the recent past. We will also take a look at the misconceptions that users may have about the drug and the psychological effects marijuana can have on people who use it. Google, YouTube, Venmo, and LinkedIn sent cease and desist letters to Clearview AI. The Inglewood Blackhawks look to take on Las Vegas as they look to remain undefeated. In Inglewood, I'm Brittany Smith.
We're all over LA. Honestly, we have Glendale, we have some in Long Beach.
The Dream Center hands out over 11,000 meals a day to the people of LA.
We have some in Southgate.
Tatiana Galvez works with the Dream Center. She delivers meals to the homes of the elderly in the community.
Hey, how are you?
With the help of LA Dodgers player Justin Turner and other generous donors, the Dream Center, a religious-based nonprofit organization, set up a food drive to provide free meals for LA during this time of crisis.
We have families that live here, homeless families, single mothers. They come in here and they eat and they feed on a regular basis, not just right now. They feed over 2,000 people.
For some elderly who can't leave their homes, the Dream Center's delivery is a big help. It's also free of charge. If you need a meal delivered to you or an elderly person you know of, you can apply online at thedreamcenter.org for a delivery.
Bye, Miss Gloria.
Here in LA, North Hollywood, we're providing hot meals to them every day.
The Dream Center is open Monday through Friday, and they're here to serve anyone who's in need of a hot meal. In downtown LA, I'm Brittany Smith, reporting. If you're missing football in March, then you're missing out on the LaBelle Development Semi-Pro League. Last weekend, the Inglewood Blackhawks played the Santa Clarita Tigers, and for Inglewood, it was their defense that was unrelenting.
Defense wins championship, offense wins games, and without those two components, we wouldn't be where we are today.
The Blackhawk defense shut out Santa Clarita 36-0. Many of the players in this league are former college athletes or developing players looking to take their game to the next level.
I got some experience playing in the IFL, playing in the Arena League and things like that, playing with the Inglewood Blackhawks. It's a very good organization, and they have a great owner, great staff from top to bottom. Hopefully the XFL, NFL, somebody comes and grabs me.
The team only practices together once a week. Nevertheless, they have a talent that allows them to dominate their competition. They're 5-0 and are the highest scoring offense in the league. Offensive lineman Lonnie Bickham says that lately, team chemistry has come together.
The blocking scheme has improved, every week more and more and more, and these guys are, honestly, for guys that have just played together for the first time, it's amazing to see what they can do.
Next week, the Inglewood Blackhawks look to take on Las Vegas as they look to remain undefeated. In Inglewood, I'm Brittany Smith. That's interesting that you brought up that hypersexualization of the female body. That was something that I wanted to touch on a little bit. How do you feel the female body in sports is looked at? Because a lot of people say that women are hypersexualized and that, if you're not a beautiful woman, you'll have less marketing power, right, so to say. So how do you guys feel about that type of statement?
The way that a lot of women are photographed and covered in the media, it's completely different, and it is more sexualized. I mean, across a lot of different advertisement campaigns for women in marketing, I feel like there's always a sexualized aspect or something lingering in it instead of just exploiting more of their talents.
The female body and the male body are different in different ways. The physiology of female bodies is different. Still, we find in many sports that women play on the same regulations and the same rules as men that sometimes don't accommodate their bodies, or sometimes it makes it more difficult for them to be as exciting or do some of the things that men can do. So we had an interview with LMU women's basketball coach Taja Edwards, And she had this to say about lowering the rim in basketball, women's basketball.
I think we should lower it to 9.5 feet. It makes all the sense in the world. We would be able to score a lot better. We would be able to dunk. It would be a lot faster, and our percentages would go up for field goal efficiency, 100%.
So how do you ladies feel about that idea?
I'm accustomed to, stepping back to the three-point line and hitting from there on a regular height. Yeah, I can actually touch the backboard, so I'm comfortable with it.
But you're pretty tall, so
Yeah.
I would imagine if the rim, let's say if the rim was 9.5 feet, how would you feel different if you were playing
I'm
down
dunking
low?
every game. I'm dunking everything.
We could talk about this all day.
For sure.
Like,
For sure. Great
but this
discussion.
was a great discussion. I really thank you guys for coming out and talking with me. All you ladies are really wonderful.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having us.